doing?
I'm borrowing this boat to go out to the island.
The island is cursed. Don't go out there.
Welcome to the Infernal Brotherhood's Willow series. Today we're going to showcase the extra scenes that were in the Willow Novelization. We'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel for more Willow content and like the video. This information is taken from the novelization of the film Willow by Wayland Drew, based on the screenplay by Bob Dolman, and from a story by George Lucas. The novelization was released in 1988 by Del Rey Books. It includes the following scenes that were absent from the film. When the novel opens, Queen Bavmorda is playing a vile game. She orders prisoners from her dungeon to be brought to the open courtyard and promises them their freedom if they can outrun her death dogs and escape the front of the castle. Her promises seem real, but no one has ever made the run, and she enjoys watching the vicious mauling of the prisoners for her own sick amusement. There are many allusions to Mims, Willow's daughter, being magical. She draws pictures of what's to come in Willow's journey. She senses the coming danger of the death dogs before they've arrived, and she knows that Willow's going to be gone for a very long time, even before he does. Vonkar tells the tale of how he tried to visit Tirasleen in his youth and was unable to get there. On the way, he becomes a warrior. He travels to the western seas and rides dragon ships through ice. Then he travels west and stays in tents with nomads who prophesied his coming. He turns south where he was met and cared for by elves who took him to Nockmar to hear the death dog's cries. Then he returned with gifts of jewelry. He received a ring from the elves which bore the same symbol that is on Alora Dannon's arm. Animals assisted Alora and her guardians throughout the novel. Bears helped the Nelwyns escape as they traveled to Daikini Crossroads, throwing off their scent for the death dogs. Throughout the entire novel, whenever Alora was hungry, animals just appeared to offer their milk to her. At the crossroad, Pohas, which are tattooed, chaotic, outlaw humans, arrived to loot corpses. They began breaking up skeletons in the crows' cages and actually lit Mad Mardigan on fire. As soon as they left, the Nelwyns put him out. Shalindria tells the tale of the fall of Tirasleen and the rise of Queen Bavmorda. Finrazel was a promising sorceress, as was Bavmorda, but Razel stopped studying when she fell in love with the Prince of Tirasleen. When they were to be wed, Bavmorda, who continued her studies into darkness, charmed the prince and won him over. Bavmorda married him, had Sorsha with him, assisted in the death of the king and queen, and abandoned Tirasleen, raising a maze around it so no one would ever find it. When Razel confronted Bavmorda, she banished her to an island in the north. Willow, Elora, Frangine, and Rule came across the battle between Galadorn and Nockmar that he saw the Galadorn troops marching to at the Daikini Crossroads. General Kael actually rides right by Willow while commanding his troops. Galadorn's army is destroyed. Frangine tells the tale of Mad Mardigan. Born to Galadorn, he was raised to administer the great castle, but took to wild living and hunting instead. He learned the ways of the horse and the bow, and eventually he learned the ways of the sword from an old master from the northeast. He had 2 swords crafted for him, named Sushin and Mosquito. By 12, he was a knight of Galadorn. He was best friends with Eric, sworn to Galadorn until he fell in love with a princess from the east. He dreamed of a prophecy that he would be a king, and when he shared it with her, she left him. He fell to wandering, drinking, and women, forsaking his oath to Galadorn. Willow met Bavmorda's guardian coming back from the Isle of Finrazel. It was a shark boy who could transform from boy to fish. Willow defeated it with a magical acorn, narrowly escaping death as he nearly drowned in the encounter. When the guardians were captured and being brought back to Nockmar, Mad Mardigan was trying to hide from Kael, fearful he would recognize him. See, in his past, Mad Mardigan actually stole a woman away from Kael. Sorsha had Willow help her with Elora when they were in the snow bivouac. She listened to tales of clean rivers with fish in the Nelwyn Valley and wild boars in the forests as she falls asleep. Willow gets the last element for his potion, a coal from the fire, to transform Razel. Traveling to Tirasleen, Finrizel leads them to the northern elves' ice caves to access the maze to Tirasleen. The elves and their cities were decimated by mountain trolls, and the corpses still lay there, frozen in death. Just as in the deleted scenes, Willow mesmerizes a troll with magic tricks. He uses sleight of hand as he tries to grasp for Shalindria's wand. And lastly, Sorsha meets her father encased in crystal, and memories flood back into her mind from her childhood with him, turning her good once again. And those are all of the condensed scenes that were included in the film's novelization that were not included in the film itself. Thank you for spending time with us. We'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel, and feel free to click the like button and share this video. Until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, my fellow scruffy-looking nerf herders, may the Force be with you.
First,
Beware of the lake. Queen Bavmorda's powers control all the elements here.